I was a kid back in the day, but it's like, bro, GTA 6 never died. Then roleplay came, it never died. Wait. You just clicked on my video. I'm not gonna lie, that got me feeling some type of way. Hope you enjoy it. I remember when the PS5 first dropped, I spent $800 on StockX to get it. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, right? And you can correct me if you please. This, the PS5 Pro, is $700. Let me explain. Why would I get it? Now, I'm not gonna lie, they gonna throw us quite for a loop if the PS5 Pro, like if GTA 6 is only playable on the PS5 Pro. But I'm not gonna lie, come on, let's be honest. You know how much money they would lose? They wouldn't gain no money. They would lose so much money. I mean, kids would probably start stealing their parents' credit cards just to get the PS5 Pro. Bro, come on, man. Like, only content creators and a few niggas around the world gonna get the PS5 Pro for GTA 6. Like, niggas, like it's not, like, they wouldn't do nothing like that. But this is before you buy. I guess. Like, I mean,
hey folks, Jake Baldino here. If I look tired, it's because I've been messing with the PS5 Pro since it arrived. So today, some first impressions on Sony's big expensive console. No review unit for this one. I just went out and bought it myself. Don't make fun of me.
Okay, so see, this is what we're not going to do. Y'all see the freezing? This is what we're not going to do.
Hey folks, Jake Baldino here. If I look tired, it's because I've been messing with the PS5 Pro since it arrived. So today, some first impressions on Sony's big expensive console. No review unit for this one. I just went out and bought it myself. Don't make fun of me. So first impressions here. I do think over time, once we spend more time with it as a team overall, I will be talking about it more. But for now, I've jumped in. I've been messing with it. And yes, pretty much it's exactly as you'd expect. If you've read some of the reviews or if you just saw the news about the console and made up your mind already, this probably won't change that. Just off the jump, for me, it doesn't feel as exciting. It's not as exciting at all. Ain't nothing different. Pro was. That felt like a substantial upgrade. That looked nice. Here with the PS5 Pro, I just don't have the same feeling. I don't have that excitement.
All they did was put some Wolverine scratches on that thing.
This one is more complicated and it's a tougher sell. We'll get into all that. And yes, if you can tell on screen here, we are continuing our trend of handheld consoles and actual consoles and hardware reviews. We're taking them in uncomfortable places. Sorry, but we got to stand out from like The Verge and Marquez Brownlee, okay? So we're doing what we can. But if you don't know the gist, the biggest thing, of course, the elephant in the room with PS5 Pro is the price tag. It is $700 in the US. Along with that, the thing that pissed me off the most is
Marquise Brown is going to be the first dude to test Neuralink connection. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Don't do it.
It's another $80 they gonna throw like a bill at you. Add-on. As someone who has a bunch of physical games, I essentially had to buy this as well. Along with that, if you like to have this stand up nice and tall, you need to pay an additional $30 for the vertical stand, which is something PlayStation's been doing forever.
And I think what they say, you got to pay an extra $200 for like the disc drive.
But I don't know. It still just burns. So that is potentially over $800 all in, and that's not even counting state and local taxes, whatever you have. And of course, if you live in different countries, it's potentially even more expensive. So with that, of course, there's that immediate question of like value. Like, is this real?
You know what's funny? I bet you Sony ain't even make a lot of these. They probably made about a couple hundred. That's about it. Because niggas ain't buy. They know. Come on.
Really worth it. And again, it
just to make a couple dollars.
Ultimately, yes, PlayStation 5 Pro does make a difference. And yes, technically, this is the best way to play your PlayStation 5 games. But your mileage is going to vary. And at this point, I feel like we're only seeing the beginning because developers have to support this console. They have
the only thing I like is the space it got.
PS5 games and such for this thing to really take advantage.
I think it has like a terabyte.
Pro.
But don't buy PS5.
It's going to be a while before I think we really see this thing truly benefit. But for now, let's talk about the thing itself, the hardware, the design. Okay, so as you see on screen here, it is very much continuing the design ethos of the PS5 Slim or revised PS5 from earlier this year. And when we reviewed that unit, I was on record saying I like the design change up. I like that overall it's a little more streamlined, it's a little more slim, like all that definitely carries over to the PS5
Am I tripping,
Pro. I really
the
just
PS5,
like the way it looks, but the most important thing are the comparisons. So when you look at this thing next to a base PS5 or a launch PS5, the sizes are actually quite similar. It's the same height. They're
Nigga,
equally
what
as
am I-
tall,
Oh.
but the PS5 Pro is a little bit more narrow. So if you are a crazy person that is upgrading your PS5 to a PS5
I'm losing
Pro,
my damn mind, bro.
You're used to this thing already taking up a bunch of room, so that's gonna continue. But it hasn't gotten any bigger.
PS5
And
Pro
yes, if you're
has
looking
a,
at my base PS5, like and that ugly stand I bought off
It
of
don't got
Amazon,
a
I'm sorry,
damn-
yes,
it
but
don't have
my
a damn-
original stand broke. But along with that, I want to point out that this is not
What is this
compatible
dude?
with like
Come
other
on, bro. What are
like
you
PlayStation
showing us,
covers
man?
or
This don't have a
PS5
disc
Slim
drive.
covers
Why
that
are
you
you
bought.
showing?
That is unfortunate. I was hoping with all this modularity to this new design that would carry over, but unfortunately it has not. Benefits though, tech stuff that I personally enjoy is this comes with 2 terabytes of storage, which is very nice
Ooh.
right off the bat.
I ain't gonna lie. It might be worth buying. I'm gonna keep it a buck, bro. Oh man, the games, bro. I be running out of storage. I didn't think storage was gonna be. I ain't gonna lie, cause I be recording off my PlayStation when I'm doing videos, cause my PC too trash. So I record my voice through my PC. I mean my laptop, and then record gameplay through my PlayStation. So storage is very important to me right now.
That, as well as
at least
Wi-Fi 7
at this part of my
support.
life when it
as
comes
a networking nerd,
to my
I
recording.
appreciate that as well. Although I have seen some reports of
appreciate
people
that.
having some networking issues, specifically on Reddit. It seems like some people were having some Wi-Fi networking
Yeah, I remember
issues.
when you had to do the
so
DNS
everyone's
thing,
setup, everyone's
the
situation
888,
varies.
844,
I had no problems over the last couple
NAT
of
types
days.
and stuff,
but,
bro. I
you know,
ain't
keep
have
your
that
eyes
problem
peeled.
in
And the big question,
years,
of course,
man.
sound and heat. You know, so far it hasn't generated any more heat than a regular PS5, and has.
My homie was having internet problems. I was like, damn, what? He said his NAT type was closed. I said, what? NAT type? Nigga, I ain't hear what?
Hasn't generated
That
any
brought me
more
back.
sound than my base PS5. Maybe a tiny bit more in terms of like the gentle sound of the air blowing through the vents, but it doesn't sound like a big, massive, loud fan or anything substantial like that. That can change. Some games can maybe push this further, but as of right now, it doesn't seem alarming. It doesn't seem like how loud the PS4 Pro was at a point. Overall, the console just kind of blends in. It just stands back with the crowd of other PS5 consoles, but that's not really important. You're here for the games, the graphics, and stuff like that. And
But I don't even
again,
know why I'm here.
a
I'm
little
gonna be honest with
complicated,
you.
not as exciting, but the big thing Sony was touting was the big 3, right? The bigger GPU for graphical performance, the AI-driven upscaling, or PSSR, equivalent to something like you would have on PC with DLSS or FSR. There are differences, of course, but like for layman's, that's the best way to say it. And third, of course, advanced ray tracing. Right off the bat, ray tracing, I haven't really seen too much benefit here. Like, yes, you can enable it. It still kills the frame rate. The bigger GPU is, of course, going to allow for some things, but it's not going to make games look like completely different games. The thing here is the PSSR. I think potentially down the road, this has the most potential for this console to enable essentially games to have a more crisp image, a more upscaled image that can potentially make a big difference. Now, again, like here at Game Ranks, we don't have like equipment to test frame
Oh
rates
my
or anything
goodness,
like that.
bro.
Or give you
This did
comparisons.
not
I will
have to be
always,
13
many
minutes,
of my
my
colleagues will
dog.
always recommend
Come on,
Digital
Gamer
Foundry
X.
for that if
Ain't
you want to
nothing
count
about
frames
this.
or
It's
pixels.
literally
but
nothing
the
to this
better
console.
resolution stuff is significant for games like Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, which when you played that on base PS5 performance mode, to get that higher frame rate, that game had to look muddy or blurry as hell. It had to lower the resolution. So
I've
here,
never played any
now,
Final Fantasy games, bro. Let me know, man. Is it my time to shine? Like, there's like Dragon Ball Z Spark and Zero. I ain't watched the Dragon Ball Z show. It's so crazy how like we all had the same childhood, but we didn't at the same time. Like it's always a piece missing from each and every one of our childhoods. It's always a piece or two. Cause obviously it's like it's not, you know what I'm saying? Like it's a guarantee that we all watch SpongeBob. It's a guarantee that we all watch Dora. It's a guarantee we all watch probably Ed and Eddie, Foster's Home. You know what I'm saying? All that stuff. I can name it, but it's like then there's certain things that are like goated, like Dragon Ball Z, Naruto. That's the only 2 I could. Avatar. It's like then it's like, damn, you ain't watch what you ain't. It's like it's a piece. It's always that piece. It's a big. It'd be a big ass
there's
piece
less
too.
compromises and the game looks noticeably better.
Maybe
That's
it's
one of
just
the
me,
few
but I mean, I
examples,
was
think, that
I watched
really
a lot of
benefit
cartoons
from
when I
this
was
off
younger.
the jump, and of course that is also the developers on their end updating Final Fantasy VII Rebirth to take advantage of that. I haven't been able to test every single game that is getting a PS5 Pro patch, but Silent Hill 2 was marked as a PS5 Pro update thing. There are no additional graphic settings or anything
Don't look like I'm playing that.
with it, but I did.
But the only time I play scary games is if it have a story. Like The Last of Us had a story. I'm gonna play the remake of Until Dawn pretty soon. That has a story. This probably got a story. I'm talking about like scary games with a deep, good story. Like this could be a movie.
Notice it
I'm
seemed to
not
be a
sitting here
little
playing
bit
scary games
smoother.
for fun. I
That
already
game
did
did
that.
have
I
some
don't like
stuttery
it.
frame rates, even in its performance mode, specifically in the open areas. I still kind of noticed that, but once I loaded a save further into the game in interior, it did feel overall a little bit smoother. The big example was Spider-Man 2. I just love swinging around. I always have Spider-Man games installed on my consoles just for that. And
Of course.
yes, here I do
delete mine
notice
because
a
like I needed
difference.
the storage.
The
I'm
ray
not gonna
tracing
lie.
you enable can be crazy advanced, but the biggest thing really is the
Nigga, is this the first
Pro
Spider-Man?
performance option that lets you take advantage of the game
Oh, no,
having
it's the
a
second
higher
one.
resolution and a high frame rate. So,
Bro, this game
like
was
Mark
so
Cerny
crazy
said when
when
this
it
thing was
first
first
dropped,
announced, it
bro.
really does feel like less of a compromise. And that is very cool to see. Where it is most notable, though,
Can
and
you-
it's not
this-
going to be
this
for
game, I
everyone,
think,
is
came
if you
out
have
about a year
TV
ago, man.
that
Can y'all
supports
believe
a high
it?
refresh rate. I wasn't able to capture this with our equipment, but like, yes, setting it up on one of my TVs that does allow that capability. I've
That's
already
so
been benefiting
crazy.
it with PS5 games, of course, but now with Spider-Man,
This game
at,
came
like,
out a year
crazy
ago,
high frame
bro.
rates, like smooth as butter.
When did
It
this
is
game drop? No,
noticeable,
this
so
game
I'll give them
dropped
credit for
about a
that.
year
The other
ago.
big noticeable heavy hitter with Spider-Man 2 was also Horizon Forbidden West, another flagship Sony title, able to take advantage of everything here, having its own special new graphical options to really crank up the frame rate and resolution. And yes, the game can look really damn good. Interestingly enough, though, like you're still able to choose a mode that harnesses the power of the PlayStation 5 Pro and still have only 30 frames per second. That's
time
weird.
is
But
like
when you
a
get that
bolt of
uncompromised
lightning.
mode, again, the thing that Mark Cerny said that they were going for here with a good looking resolution and higher frame rates. Yes,
Just
it's
to complete that
It's
shit in
somewhat
less than a
noticeable.
week is
Along
crazy.
with that, the game does have like a newer version of Game Boost, something that the PlayStation 4 Pro, I believe, and PS5.
This is what's so amazing about GTA 6. Even though I ain't played it in years, but like, bro, GTA 6 dropped. I've played it. I would play it for a couple. Like I play it for probably like a year or two straight. Take a break, play it again for another 6-7 months. Take a break, play it again. And I don't think it's gonna be like that for this GTA 6. I was a kid back in the day, but it's like, bro, GTA 6 never died. Then roleplay came, it never died. It's like Fortnite. I don't want to compare GTA 6 to man. GTA is a grown man's game, nigga. Bro, but it's like, bro, we're gonna have GTA when it drops. The beautiful thing about that game is you can complete the story, or you can complete the story how fast you want to complete it. You can still play. You can still like explore and play the base game after completing the story. Probably gonna find a bunch of new stuff and new Easter eggs because bro, that game's gonna be huge, bro. That world, man, bro, niggas gonna be on that game for and then when the online drop, it's over. Like that's years and years and years, bro. Nigga, I stopped playing GTA for only because like my level was too low. It's like, nigga, these niggas are blowing me up with bazookas, nukes. I'm getting quick scoped. These are veterans. It's like level 8,000. I'm like, bro, what the hell am I doing on here? This ain't even like nah. That's why I stopped playing. Among other reasons, but that was like the big reason. It's like, bro,
Did have, but now essentially
Bro,
it has a
GTA
new
yo,
box you
like,
can
this
check
is gonna be
to
so
improve
crazy,
the visual performance on PS4 games. The results are going to vary here, and frankly, I didn't see too much. A lot of people online have been talking about
Like
Bloodborne.
this- oh my
that
goodness,
being the
bro.
biggest thing. No, the game is not now suddenly at a high frame rate thanks to the increased GPU power here or anything like that, but there is a very, very slight increase in visual sharpness. I'm talking like really small. We found it kind of hard to notice, but like a little bit more detail
Wow.
on the characters.
Wow.
It is not a reason to go.
you talking about the clock, bro? Wow. 11 months. Wow. Just think.
Out and buy the PS5
In
Pro.
another 11 months gonna fly by, bro.
On another note,
when
I
this
did
game drop,
download
it's over.
also another PS4 game, Red Dead Redemption 2, and
I didn't play Red
really
Dead
notice
either.
a difference there at all. Now,
I didn't
if we
play
are talking
Uncharted
about
either.
PS4 games, technically
I gotta
this
get
is
right.
a PS5 game, but The Last of Us Part 2, the remaster, whatever. This game was already pretty much a powerhouse on base PS5. It looked great, it ran great, but now
replayed
you have
this.
the option to like really crank it up to 11. And I will say, The results varied on this one a little bit. I have two TVs. I have a TV that is just a regular old, pretty good TV. And then I have another one that takes advantage of the high refresh rate stuff. The Last of Us Part 2 on the new Pro mode on my regular TV.
I played this when I started really taking YouTube serious.
Like it was just added like a sharpening filter. And I didn't really like the way it looked. It took my eyes a while to get used to. But when I did use all the proper settings to take advantage of like a high refresh rate 120 hertz TV, I found it to look pretty good on my other TV. The detail, the blades of grass, the high frame rate, but also everything looking very sharp. And
it's crazy. You go to my YouTube channel,
so again,
you see
you'll
me
notice
play
something
this. Like you see this gameplay, it's like
high refresh
for
rate
my sound
TV
better, to look
like
better.
So
it's everything better.
Yes. This thing is much better. This $700 console is much better if you also have a very expensive TV. So yes, of course, there's also that conversation of like, well, wouldn't a PC be better? That's a different conversation. I think everybody's situations are different, but
Brother,
I have seen a lot of reviews also saying like, hey, PS5 Pro is only good
what you're
if
doing?
you have a high refresh rate TV. And I don't totally agree with that because you're still getting the added benefit of frame rate stuff. Either way, long runaround way of saying, again, this is just first impressions, and we've only been able to see so much.
Man, Sony need to hire this dude.
So yes,
he trying to sell
money
this.
Is no
he'll sell
if
Windows.
No issues at
he'll
all.
probably be good at selling
Buying
a
this
window.
thing is technically, seemingly, the best way to play PS5 games. Is it a massive, exciting upgrade? No. Games
not
that
at all.
aren't patched or updated for PS5 Pro, does it substantially change them? Does it really change the game? No. But for the people who want the best of something,
if you got bread,
this is the best. It will give you a slight edge. Over time, I am excited to see how significant some of these game overhauls really tend to be. I am excited to see where the divide happens, just like as somebody who is interested in this stuff, like where that divide is between a game optimized for PS5 and also PS5 Pro. Is switching on that PS5 Pro graphical option really going to shake things up, or is it always going to really just be down to people like us, the people, you know, really squinting at resolutions and trying to count frames per second? You know, it is definitely for the enthusiast user, and also the enthusiast user that has a ton of expendable cash for something like this. Granted, every gamer is savvy, and I know plenty of people will like trade in their PS5 and get the PS5 Pro and eat the, you know, split the difference, but I just don't find it as exciting to really do that right away. You know what I mean? This is, of course, me and Andrew behind the scenes really going by feel, just looking at what we got here after the first couple of days. So, like I said, we'll keep you guys updated down the line. We'll probably do like a 1 month later or 6 months later or something like that. Or was it worth it? But for now, these are the first impressions. Frankly, again, it didn't surprise me. If you're like me, you know, you're paying attention to gaming news, you're drilled into this stuff. It's pretty much what you expect. So those are the initial first impressions, but I want to hear from you guys in the comments. Maybe you're a PC player that is just happily where you are. God bless. Maybe you are someone who was excited for this and bought into this. I would love to know
I'm not
your
going to
first
sit here and
impression.
act like if I ain't had no bread, I wouldn't be excited for that. I mean, I would.
And now this is your first PS5. Maybe you're none of these people. Whoever you
I'm not gonna
are,
lie,
I
2
do wanna hear your
terabytes sound
perspective, so
good,
let us
though.
know in the comments. If you like what we do here, though, and we're just talking about games every day, clicking a like button does help us. We appreciate it.
But the thing is, bro, if I had $700 to get another PlayStation, bro, I might as well just get a PC. Because I would only want the 2 terabytes because I record off my PlayStation. And it would be so much more convenient if I was just able to hit the record button and it get my gameplay and sound. It would be so convenient. It's like, and content too. But you know, it's like, come on, man. Let me know what y'all think. Do y'all got the PS5 Pro? Let me know how it is. Do you see any difference from your perspective, from your point of view? I think not. Like, come on, man. Like, it's just, you know, Sony just, this is just like when Sony dropped the damn, we thought it was going to be a PSP. Nigga dropped the goddamn, like, you had to be near your console to play. It's like, bro, what the, bro, I ain't gonna lie, I was about to buy one. It's like pointless though. It's like it's just cool to. I ain't play a handheld game in so many years, so it'd just be cool to have one. Like, it's just cool just to feel on one. Pause. But you get what I'm saying. Just like a handheld. Yeah. Bye. Now you just got finished watching my video. I only asked one question. Let me know in the comments. What'd you think? All right. Stop the outro.